Cool. Perfect. Cool deal. All right. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and we can take our time kind of getting situated. Relaxed class tonight though, so gentle. I'm actually sitting on a pillow tonight, which I used to do all the time, and I kind of stopped for whatever reason and reminded myself that like a little support or anything to just make you more comfortable, even if you're just sitting, is totally, totally fine. So yeah, I'm gonna I just pressed play on my playlist and we're good to go. So we are gonna start seated as per usual. We're gonna let those eyes come closed. And most importantly, kind of, I just said it, but we're gonna take our time adjusting. We're gonna take our time kind of coming into this place. We've got a lot to let go of in terms of a whole day that we've experienced. And now we can just kind of start to let that like just melt off a little bit. So do just that. Give yourself the recognition of this entire day you've had and honor this next hour that you're giving yourself. And let's see if we can approach it from a new place, like a fresh, clean slate. So, regardless of what our day was like, good or bad, stressful or calm, we're new right here. We're new. Start to draw the shoulders a little bit lower. Maybe lift the chin just slightly, allowing a little bit more space through our neck. Now I'm going to ask you to be more considerate of your exhale. So let's begin by just taking bigger breaths, starting to just draw that awareness to our breath. Being in control of our breath. So observing as it draws in and then as we breathe it out. Now, once we feel like we've at least brought a little awareness to the breath, focus more on that exhale. So squeezing every last little bit of air we have in our lungs out. So by doing this, we are activating our parasympathetic nervous system. We're actually telling the body right now it's safe. It is safe to relax. It is safe to let that guard up. Bring the heart rate down and just settle in. Now, the final thing I'll ask of you this evening, just here at the beginning, is let's see if we can just soften. So right now, is there any place that you can just immediately release? Is it through your hips? Maybe a little bit through your core or your shoulders. Maybe we're clenching the jaw or even squeezing the eyebrows. We're winding down tonight. Okay, this class tonight isn't about that extra push, not necessarily about that power and the strength. Tonight's about tapping in, going a little deeper within. And friends, when you're ready, let's just go one more big inhale. Fully exhale it out. Let's go ahead and drop our chin to our chest. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, let's drop left ear towards left shoulder. And allow your lips here to part. So let them open. Eyes are still closed. Just breathe into that. Take one more inhale. Exhale, chin comes to chest and then right ear towards right shoulder. Keep pressing both shoulders away. And again, let the lips part, opening the mouth. Feeling that all the way through your jaw. One more inhale. As you exhale, chin comes back through center, through the chest, left ear to left shoulder. Tilt the head back so we gaze up, and again, lips part, right ear to right shoulder. And let's go one more time around, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Gaze up, right ear to right shoulder. And let's hold it at chin to chest. Take a big inhale here through the nose. Let's move in the opposite direction. So as you exhale now, right ear comes to right shoulder. Then again, tilt the head back, gaze up, open the mouth. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest. And let's go one more time through. Slow and intentional. Right ear to right shoulder. Tilt the head back, gazing up. Full range of motion, left ear to left shoulder. And then let's hold it chin to chest. Your next inhale here, let's just bring the head and neck up, so back to that neutral stance. Here, inhale, lift the shoulders up towards your ear. And then exhale, roll them down and back. Yeah, I invite you to take some bigger breaths. Inhale, squeeze them up. Big exhale, roll them down your spine, opening up through the chest. Let's go one more time. Inhale. Big exhale. So rolling towards the front this time. Big inhale, squeeze them up. Exhale, roll them forward, opening up through your upper back. Inhale, squeeze them up. Feel your spine lengthen here, crown of your head lift. Exhale, roll them forward. And here's your final time. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, roll them forward. Your next inhale, both arms come up towards the sky. Let's just hold for a moment. So if this is rigid and this is really tight, find a little bend through the elbows. Contract the core so the core is supporting us as we hold this upright. Drop the shoulders, lift the chin just slightly. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, drop the right hand, reach the left hand out and over your head. Gaze comes up towards the sky. Good, let's take one more breath into it. Big inhale. Exhale. Your next inhale, bring both hands back up to the sky. Breathe with it. Exhale, drop the left hand. Reach that right hand out and over. So your bicep comes towards your ear. Bring that gaze up. Beautiful. Last breath here into it. Big inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Next, inhale, both hands come up towards the sky. And then let's exhale and bring both hands down beside us. Two more just like that. So big inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, flip those palms so they face down. Press all that air away. Last time, big inhale, lift. Exhale, flip those palms. Beautiful. And this time we'll come into a twist. So big inhale, arms come up to the sky. And as you exhale, drop that right hand to your left knee. So your left hand comes back behind you. Just a little twist here. Oh, so nice after a long day, especially a long day of sitting. Create some space, some openness through your chest and through your upper back. Take one last inhale. Now twist a little deeper. Exhale. Good. Inhale, both hands lift up to the sky. And exhale, let's flow into that other side. So right hand back behind us. Left hand crosses over. Take that gaze all the way back behind you. Really beautiful. Yeah. So last breath, breathing into it. So twist a little more. Exhale. Good. Inhale, both hands come up towards the sky. Now here, what I'd like for you to do is just fold it forward. So try to keep the spine long. That length is important. And then just surrender into it. Drop those hands. Head and neck just drop. And we are quite literally just hanging here. Just hanging. Let that upper body feel heavy. Your next inhale, let's walk those hands back closer towards us. Drop those shoulders down. And let's transition here. So I'm going to move this pillow out from underneath me. If you had something you were sitting on, you can go ahead and just kind of scooch it on over. And let's come on to all fours. So we're going to keep that movement through our spine going. So stacking our joints here, y'all know the deal. Let's focus a little bit more on being intentional with this movement. So take a big inhale. Now as you exhale, shoot the spine up. Now tuck the chin, and I want you to hold. If we feel like we're shifting back a little bit, shift the weight forward. Open the upper back a little bit more. Last breath, big inhale. Exhale it out. And then the next inhale, pull the chest through. And here we find cow. So again, holding this just a little bit longer too. Allow the core, allow the abdominals to relax here. Now gently just sway the hips. This is called wagging your tail. Just sway the hips just a little bit. One more inhale. Exhale it out. Then let's come back to that nice neutral spine. This time moving a little bit more with that breath. Big inhale. Exhale, shoot the spine up. Here's our cat. Next inhale, pull the chest through. Find your cow. Fill the lungs. Exhale all that out. Tuck the chin. Lift the spine. And here's your last inhale right back into your cow. Good. And this time let's exhale, just drop those hips back. Extend the arms out nice and long. Let's take our child's pose. Oh. From here, your arms are extended out nice and long. Let's start to just walk over towards the left side. So your fingertips start to walk, walk, walk. And either walk that right hand just a little bit further until maybe it's touching your fingertips, or maybe even place it on top of your left hand. Feel that incredible stretch through the right side body. Hips keep pressing towards the heels. One more inhale because it feels so good. Exhale it out. Let's walk those hands back through center and then keep them flowing all the way to that right side. Hips press back. Walk those left fingertips a little bit more. Maybe the hand even comes on top. Drop the forehead and just give into it. Last breath here, big inhale. Exhale that out. Hands come back to center. take the knees just a little bit wider. So if they were in line with your hips, that's totally fine. This time, just take them to the outside edge of your mat and then re-drop those hips back and reach those arms out a little bit further. So just a big stretch here. Good. Now from here, your next inhale, start to draw those hips forward, pull the knees back in line with the hips, and then keep sinking it forward. Here, open the shoulders. Good. So we come into sort of a modified upward facing dog. We're kind of protecting it a little bit. Take a big inhale here. Now exhale, use your core to pull back into your child's pose. Let's do that again. So it's an inhale to pull through. We're moving super, super slow. Use your core, drop those shoulders. Good. And then when you're ready, drop the hips back. Find your child's pose. We're going to do that one more time. Beautiful. Big inhale, pull the chest through. Now, I really encourage you to just be mindful of your placement of your shoulders. So making sure they're not shooting too far forward. We actually want them to still be in line with the wrists and the elbows. And then final time, just draw those hips back. Find your child's pose. Our next inhale, start to shift that weight forward, but draw those hands back in line so we come back to our tabletop. Our nice foundational pose here. Take a big inhale and let's lift that left hand to the sky as much as you can. Doesn't have to be all the way. Now maintain this length as you draw this left hand back behind the right wrist, underneath that right arm, and keep going, keep going. Drop the left temple and just rest into this. Now, I spent a lot of time with a friend going over this pose because it's one of those, it's really one that you can feel so intensely at times or not at all. So my cues here are going to be to really, really release and relax that left hand, that left arm that's on the ground. Now start to shift your hips back a little bit. It's very subtle and we should just feel a gentle pull on the left arm. Let's take one more breath here. Release it out. Your next inhale, start to press into the mat with your right hand. We use this as support. Lift the left hand back up to the sky and draw that hand back down to the mat. So let's readjust here. Let's go right hand. When you're ready, inhale that. Lift it up to the sky. Keep that length as you thread it through. Lower, lower, lower down. Drop your right temple. And then really drop that right hand. So just that little modification here of just drawing those hips back. You keep the forearm where it is. You can actually even use your left forearm to sort of stabilize or even press down on your right lowered forearm as you draw those hips back. Last breath, big inhale. Exhale it out. Begin to press into the left hand as you lift yourself back up. Right hand comes up to the sky. Unwind on out of it and drop that right hand. Let's find some length here. So when you're ready, right leg's going to extend back. Press that right heel away. And we've done this, all of you guys, and I know everyone watching this, who I'll send this to, I know we've all done this pose before. So add that intentional component. So you're squeezing through your glutes. Heel is pressing away. Let's take another inhale and reach that left hand. So the beautiful bird dog, I mean, literally taking your spine and just adding like a couple inches to it. Really great pose. One more inhale. Let's exhale and come back down to the mat. Starting the same way with the other leg. So inhale, just reach that left leg back. Drop that left hip so we feel our core engaged. So hold our leg up. Your glutes are engaged. Press the heel away. And then your next inhale, reach that right hand. Concentrate and press into your points of contact on the mat. Awesome job, you guys. One more inhale. Good. Exhale. Let's come back down to the mat. This time, inhale. Let's come right into bird dog on the right leg. Left arm reaches. Beautiful. If it feels okay, sweep this left hand back and let's catch the right foot, even if we just make that connection. Now re-square the shoulders, press the foot into the hand. Engage just in front of your mat, just so that we keep the back of the neck really long here. One more inhale, full exhale, and then we'll release out of this with grace and come back down to our mat. Let's go other side. Big inhale, left leg presses back, right hand reaches. Yes, so feeling super strong here. Nice job, nice job. If it feels okay, we want to take that option and grow. Sweep now the right hand back, make that connection with the left foot. Re-square everything, and then let's open up that hip. Let's stretch that quad. Activate it by pressing the foot into the hand. Yes, let's go last inhale. Full exhale. Go ahead and come out of that very gently. And let's come back down to the mat. One last time here, what we'll do is extend the right leg back. But now here, what I'll actually have you do is start to pivot on your left knee and bring your left toes behind your left knee. Open up here to the right. And I'm actually going to just turn here so I can keep facing you guys. But press that heel away. And then drop the right foot, plant it, and then reach that right hand overhead. So now that that foot is planted, press through the outer edge of your right foot. Good. Last inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Let's just bring that right hand down. Go ahead and come back. So re-pivot on your left knee and draw that right knee back in. So we come back to our tabletop. A little reset here. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just turning so you guys can see me better. So from the other side here, inhale, reach that left leg back. Beautiful. So pivot here on your back right knee. Bring your right toes behind it. And then let's lift here. Yes. So your left heel and your foot is pressing away. We've turned and we've opened that up. Now drop the left foot. So we're pressing through the outer edge and reach the left hand. Beautiful. Turn the gaze up just a little bit. So we're feeling this all down through the side of our body. Last inhale, really reach. Good. Exhale, let's just drop that left hand. Pull that left knee back in. And you can come back out of this. Drop the hips back. Let's find our child's pose as we sort of reset here. We're going to add some bigger movements in. Now from here, shift the weight forward. Make sure all 10 fingers are spread. Tuck your toes and let's find our downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up towards the sky. So looking at our feet, making sure that they're hip distance apart. Maybe coming up high on the toes and then sinking down into the heels. Seeing if we can find ourselves in a little bit more of an inverted V position and not being scared, to have a deep bend in those knees. Good. Let's try to just pedal out those heels just a little bit more. Trusting your upper body strength. So pressing the head and the neck in between those arms. Opening through the upper back. Take one more inhale. Exhale that out. And then begin to walk the feet towards the hands. Again, knees can stay bent. Make your way to the top of your mat. Take an inhale to half lift here. We do these all the time in my class because, man, if it does not really just work in the best way, your core, your low back, your abdominals, all of it. Take one more inhale. Exhale, find your forward fold. And let's shake out the head and the neck here in this forward fold. So again, knees can stay bent here. Beautiful. So let's find a deep bend here as we come all the way up. So inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Good. And then those hands come to heart center. Beautiful. Now from here, inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. Clasp them overhead so your pointer finger and your thumb come together. And squeeze here. Zip on up. I love saying that because it really is just zip everything up. Pull the belly button towards your spine. I'm going to go ahead and just turn my little lights on. It's getting darker earlier these days. Beautiful. Take another inhale and try to grow a little bit taller. And then exhale, reach over towards the left side. Good. Opening through the chest. Let's inhale and come back up. And then here, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. And exhale back to that forward fold. Now from here, step the left foot back. Drop that back left knee, untuck, and then just sweep those hands high into our low lunge. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and just drop those hands tonight. Maybe place them on your knee. You can place them by your sides or on your hips. Maybe close your eyes. Just enjoying this nice stretch. Now your next inhale, if you'd like to sweep the hands back up, you can. And then we'll actually exhale, fold them forward, and then start to shimmy the hips back, straightening the right leg and letting those right toes naturally lift. So we start to fold over here, folding over that right leg. It's a big stretch. It's a real big stretch. And the most important piece of it is just folding directly over the right leg. Last breath, big inhale. Exhale it out. And then your next inhale, start to walk those fingertips forward. Making sure that we can plant them. Let's pick up our back left toes here. We're going to open all the way up into our warrior two. So pivoting on the back left heel. Opening up, arms come out long. Find that deep bend through the right knee. Take a big inhale. Exhale, drop the left hand, reach the right. Just opening that all up. So starting to ground back in, taking some deeper breaths. Inhale brings you back to warrior two. And then exhale takes you down to your side angle. So again, asking ourselves, what do we need from this pose? Like, do we need to push to that edge of highest intensity here? Are we okay right here? Can we just breathe into this? Let's take one more. Exhale it out. Bring yourself back upright to warrior two. And then we'll just windmill those hands down, frame the right foot, step it back to your plank, and then let's go back to our downward facing dog. Hips coming up towards the sky. So immediately just feeling this release through the backs of the legs. Wonderful. You have one more breath here. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So that next inhale, start to walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale to half lift. Good. Exhale, just give that up. Shake out the head and the neck. Deep bend through the knees as we inhale and fly those hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands come back down to the side. Inhale, arms come right back up. Now clasp them overhead just as we did before. And then squeeze the biceps by the ear. So we zip everything up here. Lift the chin so we keep this space through our neck. And then let's start to lean it over now towards the right side. Yes, so opening up this opposite side of our body. Beautiful. Last breath, inhale, exhale. And inhale draws you back up. And an exhale folds you over. Find that forward fold. Inhale to half lift, strengthening that lower back, so press those glutes away. And exhale, fold it back down. Now this time, right foot steps back nice and big. Drop that back right knee, untuck, and let's bring those hands high just for a moment. And then just lose the hands and instead focus on the push. Focus on the press. So imagine this grounding force, drawing our hips, drawing our root center down towards our mat here. When you're ready, if you'd like, you can sweep those hands back up to the sky. And then we'll just exhale and fold them over. So we square that left foot and then start to shift those hips back. Be really, really gentle here. Let the left toes naturally lift. So we find this beautiful hinge, this beautiful fold straight over that left leg. And when we do this properly, like we feel this right away. We feel it right away. Maybe give the head a little nod. Let's go one more breath here. Big inhale. Exhale, a little bit of a deeper stretch. And then inhale, walk those fingertips forward here. Plant the hands. We'll pick up here our back right toes, and we're going to come all the way up here into our warrior two. Good, so grounding through the outer edge of that right foot. Dropping the shoulders, deep bend through the left knee, big inhale. Exhale, drop the right hand. Left hand comes up. Our peaceful warrior. Inhale, shift back into your warrior two, and then just let that keep going. Left forearm drops. Right hand lifts up towards the sky. So how can we kind of open up this space in our chest a little bit more? Draw that right shoulder back. Press the heart open. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Come back up into your warrior two. Find a little bit of a deeper bend. And then let's windmill those hands down. Frame that foot and then use your core to step back to your plank and then to your downward facing dog. Maybe shaking out the hips a little bit. Pressing those heels towards the mat. Hopefully feeling, we're getting a little bit looser through those hamstrings. Good, really nice job. Now this time when you're ready, start to walk the feet towards the hands again. Inhale to half lift. Now this time draw the hands back behind you so your gaze stays exactly where it was, just at the top of your mat. So now squeeze this imaginary ball that you have behind you. Just squeeze that, use your energy. Shift the weight a little forward into the toes, then shift it back into the heels. Let's find a happy medium. You can do this here. Reach the left hand forward, then the right. Use your core strength. Now your next inhale, just come up into your chair. Find a bend through the knees. We're not here long, I promise. This isn't a detox class or anything like that, but very grounding. So here, tuck that low back so we avoid this deep curvature through our spine. Tuck the low back, pull the pelvis in. Find one more inhale. Now as you exhale, step the left foot back and open up here. Arms come out long. So you face one side of your mat. Beautiful. So palms face up here. And we're just going to turn the toes slightly out. Sometimes I say slightly in. Today, slightly out. Bend the knees and come into your goddess pose. Lift the chest. Draw the elbows towards your side so you open up through the chest. So get a little out of that comfort zone. Lose sight of what it looks like. Embrace how it feels. Let's inhale, lift the arms up to the sky, straighten the legs. Come right back into it. Exhale. Elbows come to your ribs. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms. Good. Exhale, sink into it. Now this time, hands come down onto the legs and just shift the weight forward a little bit. Still grounding through our feet. Let's drop the right shoulder. Look up towards the sky. Good. Your next inhale, start to come back through center. And then exhale, drop that left shoulder. And then look up towards the sky. We'll go one more time each side. Big inhale, come back through center. And then exhale. Inhale. Listening to your breath, listening to your body. Drop that left shoulder. Good. Next inhale, go ahead and come back up into your goddess, so lifting yourself back upright. Let's inhale and reach those hands, straighten the legs. Final time here, just settling into it. Exhale, deep bend here through the knees. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms, and then step back to the front of your mat. And let's come into our forward fold. Inhale to half lift. Good, and then this time, sweep the hands back, squeeze that imaginary ball. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So shifting that weight forward and back, find that equilibrium. We can do this. Sweep the right hand forward, then the left, and hold. Use your grounding breath. Press that exhale out. Next inhale, come up into your chair. Drop the hips. If we need to lose the arms, lose the arms. Just bring them at heart center. See if we can drop the hips a little bit lower. Can we pull it back into our breath? Can we pull it back into our body? What's going on? You have one more breath. Big inhale. Good. Now as you exhale this time, step that right foot back and let's open up towards the side. And again, I'm just going to turn so I can stay facing towards you. So right foot has stepped back. Arms come out here nice and long. And now instead of the toes going slightly out, turn them just slightly in, but really just shooting forward. Hands stay out long. And then start to just hinge forward and let those hands come down to center. Release the head and the neck. And if maybe you didn't take a big enough step back, that's totally okay. Start to just kind of heel toe your feet out a little bit wider. And let's go big time stretch here. Oftentimes in this stretch, we'll really be hanging out in our heels. So we could actually like lift up our toes. We want to shift that weight forward and have our toes gripping. Maybe even grab hold of the elbows here. Maybe let the crown of your head rest on the mat. Just enjoy this beautiful inversion. We're going to take a few breaths here. Ask yourself, can I let go of anything right this moment? What can I let go of? Start to walk the hands over towards the left foot and then deeply bend that left knee. And then drop that foot. Okay, so that right foot is grounding here. Come up if you can. If not, we can just keep those hands down for some support. And we'll bring the hands to maybe heart center if we want to lift them. Take just one more inhale. Good. Exhale. Plant the hands if they're not already. Press into them. So really use them here to straighten that left knee. Walk the hands over towards the right and then deeply bend that right knee. Maybe keeping those hands down. If they are down, I do encourage you to lift the chest a little bit. And maybe balance up on our right toes. So feeling an awesome stretch here through that left inner thigh. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, drop those hands if they're not already. Use your weight to press into them. And let's come back into that wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to heel to those feet out. Feel free to modify any of the length here as you need to. Good. Take it a little bit further. Maybe walk those hands back behind you. Have something to kind of grip on it and just gently pull yourself. So gently guiding the crown of your head towards the earth. Yes, nice job. Nice job. And it doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be drastic, but just a little pull. You feel it through your upper back. You feel it through your legs. And let's take our final breath here. Don't rush that exhale. Let it go. And then on the inhale, what we'll do is plant those hands and start to just heel toe your feet in enough so that we can come into Malasana. So for Malasana, just drop those hips down, open up through the chest and sink. So this is our yogi squat. Sink those hips way down. And I talked a lot with another friend about how this pose can look so different for so many people. That is entirely okay. Just find a comfortable variation for you. Opening the hips, opening the heart. Let the eyes come closed. One last inhale. Full exhale. Plant those hands down in front of you and then shoot the hips up towards the sky. Heel toe the feet together and just find your forward fold. So here, let's inhale the half lift. And I know we're still facing the side of our mat. That's okay. Exhale back into that forward fold. And then inhale to rise all the way up. And here we'll step back towards the front of our mat. Hands can come down by our sides. Good. Here, what I'd like for you to do is just inhale and reach just the right hand. This will kind of be our last standing stretch. So just reach that right hand. And then bring it over towards the left. So walk your left fingertips down your leg. And then open this all up. Pretty magical. Last inhale. Exhale. And then use your core to just lift you right back up. Good. Let's bring that right hand down. Maybe close the eyes. Let's inhale and reach now the left hand up to the sky. So drop that left shoulder. Right hand just down by your side. Take another inhale. And then exhale, reach this over towards the right. Feel your right fingertips just walk down your leg. So coming to that edge, opening up here. So drawing that left shoulder open. Beautiful. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Don't rush it. Inhale. Use the core to lift. And draw that hand down by your side. Inhale. Both arms lift up. We're going to make our way down. Exhale. Forward fold. And then from here, just step one foot back, followed by the next. Let's come into our downward facing dog. We'll actually be coming into pigeon pose next, but in order to get there, let's take our time. Let's reach the right leg to the sky as high as we can. It doesn't have to be super high. Plant that left heel if you can, so start grounding through the left heel. Now, when you're ready, start to draw the right knee towards the right wrist, dropping your shin, bringing your left knee down. And finding ourselves in pigeon. So taking your time to adjust here. I feel like I haven't done pigeon in a hot minute. Take your time. Acknowledge what's going on in your body. And then slowly make your way down if that's what feels good for you. You're going to spend a few breaths here. So just imagining if I was, leading you in person, I'd come back behind you, right? And I'd place my hands just right on your hips gently. And on this side, so with our right knee bent the way it is in pigeon, I would just gently press on your left hip. So just to ground a little bit more, pulling this left hip down just slightly. So you should feel that engage through your right hip a little bit more. It's so easy to get distracted. It is so easy to start to let our mind wander, but can we stay close? Bring it back to your breath. And take just one more inhale. You don't have to rush the exhale. Take your time, just starting to walk those hands back up. If it feels nice to just sort of settle back into this for a moment, you can. And this is really our last little bit of work, if you will. Tucking that back, our back left toes, lifting up and using our core here to draw the right leg up towards the sky and then drop it back down to our mat. We're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So inhaling, lifting the left leg, grounding through that right heel. And then as you feel comfortable, pulling the left knee towards our left wrist. Dropping the back right knee, finding some length here. So walking that right leg back. Squaring those hips and then folding it forward. Awesome job. Yeah, take your time. It's the best when we can just come into this so slowly, knowing that we don't have to rush, we don't have to fall right into it. And just as I said before, just imagine my hands just placed gently on your low back, on your hips. And then I just draw a little bit more pressure to that right side. Causing that right hip to just drop a little bit. And just feel that gentle pull, alternatively, on the left side. Let's take our final breath here in pigeon. That's just to bring awareness, not to rush you. So take a big inhale. Release it out. And then move on that inhale. Start to walk your hands back towards center. Maybe enjoy that for a moment, sitting tall if that feels okay. And then this is our last little bit. Tuck your right toes. Use your core strength to cover the left knee. And then let it come back up nice and long towards the sky. And find your final downward facing dog, dropping that left foot Pressing the head and neck in between the arms, lifting the hips, maybe coming up onto the toes one final time, then sinking the heels down. Last inhale. Exhale. And then let's drop the knees, sink the hips back, find your child's pose. Drop the elbows here if that's okay. Let your forehead rest. Such a great time in child's pose right here to feel your breath, to feel your breath in your body, more importantly. So feeling an inhale where your belly fills, right? And that presses against your legs. You can feel that. And then exhaling and collapsing a little bit more. Take one more just like that. Very slowly start to walk those hands back towards you, just enough so that you can actually come down onto one hip, one booty cheek, swing those legs out in front of you. Let's plant the feet here and let's just hug over the knees. So by hugging over the knees, I mean, not only are we giving them a huge hug, they do so much for us, a little bit of self-love, but open up through that upper back. Good. Start to open this up here. Hold on to the knees, but draw the shoulders back and lengthen through the spine. Release the knees and just let the hands come to the sides. See if we can draw this back just a little bit further. Maybe even the toes just start to lift. It's up to you. Maybe tonight they want to just hang out. That's okay. Listen to what your body's telling you. Let's take one more breath here. Exhale it out. And then let's roll onto our backs, coming all the way down. Hugging the knees in. So hugging the knees in, but making sure the entirety of our back is firm against our mat. Just let that feel so nice. Maybe just kind of draw some circles here with your knees or rock side to side. So we're massaging out all around our spine. And if you're drawing circles, go ahead and just switch directions. And then we'll find some stillness here, still knees to chest. When you're ready, let the knees just part, and you can just let the hands maybe just hold or gently pull open on the knees. If you'd like to come into full happy baby, if you love that pose, you can hold on to the big toes here. But making sure that we're pressing the sacrum. So we're pressing that low back down towards the mat. We don't want to have our legs, or really our booty way up here. We really want to be pressing that down. Your choice here, though, just letting those knees come open regardless. When you're ready, start to bring the knees together and then plant the feet here. Inhale, let the arms come up overhead. And then let's exhale and drop both knees over towards the left side. Bring your arms to this field goal position or cactus arms. So your hands and your elbows, your entire arms lie flat to the mat. We just really open up through the chest here. Your next inhale, lift those arms just right back up overhead and draw the knees up towards the sky. And then big exhale into that other side. So drop both knees over towards the right. Pull those elbows down and then let them rest firm against the ground, wherever you are. Great spinal twist, great stretch here through the chest and through the arms. Your next inhale, reach the arms overhead, draw the knees up towards the sky, and then exhale, pull them into your chest. When you're ready here, just inhale, lift the upper body so your forehead comes to meet at your knees, or at least close. Hug those knees, hug the legs one last time, and then squeeze. This is it. This is your last push. Everything that has gone on today, everything that has caused you any kind of emotion, good or bad, cultivate it and ball it up into this insane ball of energy, and squeeze, and squeeze for 3, 2, and then let it go. Literally feel it melt off your body as you shed it. You shed it like a layer. You shed it like a skin that was once on you and now is off and is now released. Legs just rest however is most comfortable. Your body just sinks right into this. When you find that sweet spot, when you find that stillness, oh, just hold on to it and don't let it go. Something that's been weighing heavy on my heart is this whole idea, beautiful idea, beautiful thing, self-love, loving ourselves fully, embracing our true selves fully, accepting who we are, and accepting who we are not. I recognize that this is my vessel. This is my body. This is what I have right now, right this very moment. And it carries me. Oh, it carries me every single day. I want you to say a mantra. I want you to focus on self-love as you recite this mantra. So something as simple as I am beautiful. I am strong. I am powerful. And over again, recite that. start to just invite some very small movements to your physical body. So just some little finger movements or wiggle your toes. And if you'd like to roll over to your favorite side, now is a great time to do that just for a breath. Or if you'd like to stay in Shavasana for another breath, please do that. And recite your mantra just one more time. And when you're ready, the next inhale, eyes still closed, start to just press yourself back up to your seated position and take your time. No rush. Falling back into that place that we started with. Noticing some physical differences in our body as we've arrived here now. Maybe the calmness, maybe the stability, the focus, the clarity. Let's bring our hands to heart center as we conclude this beautiful class. We lift to our forehead as a way to honor our thoughts, to honor all of this awareness, to lift it up. They come to our lips as a way to honor the words that we speak, to recognize that they are so important. They are so important. And finally, they rest at heart center for these things to flow through good intention, to do well, to mean well, so that we can ultimately be well. The light in me honors the light in your beautiful, beautiful self. Namaste.